ColoRoux is a program which aims to assist Roux cubers go towards color neutrality or Roux cubers that are solving with different blocks. Roux is one of the main three methods of speed solving, these being CFOP, which solves across and first two layers in more intuitive steps, and the orientation and permutation of the last layer in more algorithm steps. Roux, which solves two blocks, then orients and aligns the corners, followed by the last six edges, and ZZ, which has a mainly intuitive first half and a mainly algorithmic second half with OLL and PLL or advanced ZBLL. If you want to go towards color neutrality for most of these, you would be able to find the resources. You just need to search for them yourself. But what does it mean to go towards color neutrality? Well, for a CFOP, it doesn't really mean too much because the main thing for CFOP is just these shapes. You're not trying to solve the last layer in one step. You're solving it in two different steps, both of which are shape approaches. You're not going to memorize where every single yellow piece goes for OLL cases. You're just going to memorize what the overall shape looks like. Same thing with PLL. You're not going to memorize what swaps with what. That's going to give you a pain. You're going to memorize what blocks stay put. For Roux, it's not, you don't really have that much freedom. You can't really use shapes because all these, which would be the same shape for OLL or PLL, are different cases. You solve them differently because the corners are placed differently. Roux wants to solve the corners, orientation, and permutation in one step. This is why Roux doesn't have a lot of color neutrality support. ZZ is similar to CFOP, where you have OLL and PLL, or ZBLL, which is color based, but you at least have a lot of support from cubers that are going into solving with ZBLL for CFOP. This is what ColoRoux aims to fix. We will now begin to demonstrate the app. When you run the app, you are asked what color to use for your cross and blocks. Me personally, I prefer using green, and then I'm fine with any of these colors, but let's say I choose red. It's going to find the images corresponding to the CMLL cases and then display them using algorithms that are provided by the user in a text file over here. This text file can be edited so that the user can either simplify the algorithm more, like this, as opposed to something like this, or add some notes. So like this one is two very familiar algs put together, so you can just put that in the notes. And this is what helps cubers to remember things, where you just have a bunch of cases and you can just look at them.